Attention all viewers. Go away, James. Just for 1 second.
Thomas?
1
Are
second.
you talking about me?
No.
Are you talking about
I'm
me?
not talking about the no. We believe that the James, the fellow who just, left, he's on the roids. And you can tell, his teeth are falling out, and, look how fast he's going. He's my age, 85. 86, yes. 86, and, well, he's just going a little fast.
Thomas?
Yes,
Where's the popcorn?
the popcorn, see, it's right there. You can see it. It's not the popcorn, god damn it, that's the vinegar. It's a vinegar, get your eyes checked, you old son of a bitch.
Thomas, let's see, how could I put this?
Update. I just took a pretty monster shit.
Thomas and Lisa are going through some hard times, and it reminds me of my days with Homer. Now I know Homer is a funny name. She was mocked for it, but Homer.
Some of this is just, it's just for fun when the missus is out. James here, his missus died a few years back, and he's just come out of seclusion. So, how's life on the outside, James? So life's been good after they took off the straps and stopped, your head.
Yes, Thomas, it did shock me. After Homer died, I kind of went crazy and went to the market she used to always go to, and there was this little Hispanic boy. She always looked at him, he'd sit there and stack the mangoes and the bananas. She always watched him as she'd pass with that cart. She thought he was good looking. Doesn't like my physique as I'm getting older. My man boobs.
So, what happened with this, Hispanic boy? What'd you do?
His name was Carlos.
Carlos? Fine name.
No, it's a Hispanic name.
Sorry?
He was the fruit stacker. Might as well have been a fruit himself. Came home from a jog, well, a walk, but I was trying to work off my man boobs for Homer. So I walked in, and there was Homer sitting at the table, face was purple, and she had a plum in her hand that was purple. She'd been eating it, I guess, and she always did this when she ate. She just wolfed things down, especially them fruits that Hispanic touched before she bought it. He touched it, stacked it, then she bought it, and it's like she couldn't have enough of that fruit that the Hispanic boy touched. So I guess when I had been jogging, she had been wolfing down a plum, and the pit got stuck in her throat, and she started, she choked to death, and came home, her face was purple because she was wolfing down that plum. So I tried to give the Heimlich maneuver. You take it from behind you, and then the food's supposed to out through the throat, and it didn't. So I called 911 and let them know, and so I was sitting there thinking, and I realized it was one of those fruits that fruity Hispanic touched all the time, and I remembered the jogging to get those man boobs off because she didn't like the man boobs because she liked the Hispanic type chest, and so I blamed it all on that stupid Hispanic Carlos, and I jumped in the car, and drove to the store, and there that Hispanic was. He was stacking plums. So I walk up to him. I said, "Hey, Carlos." And he's like, "Good afternoon, Mr. James." And he couldn't even use my last name, stupid Hispanic boy. So I looked down in his hand, and there was this plum, and I was like, "So, how do you tell when these are real ripe?" And he's like, "Well, Mr. James, it's when they're real purple." I was like, "Oh yeah, purple." So I took that plum from him, and I asked him, "Is this one ripe?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, can I taste it to see what ripe tastes like?" And he's like, "Sure." And I said, "I might as well not. You taste it first, see if it's ripe, and then if it is, I'll taste it." And so he opened his stupid Hispanic teeth, and he took it, and it's like, I saw it in slow motion. He's like, and so I watched it go, and right before it made contact with his teeth, I took my fist, well, more like the ball of my hand. I was just like, "Yeah!" And then I just shoved it down his throat, and shoved it, and I shoved it, and I didn't let him. And then this old woman walked by with her cart, and she saw me choking this boy, and she just screamed and dropped her plums. She had plums. So with the plum in his mouth, and him kicking him, and my hand shoved into his mouth, he was just kicking me and kicking, and so I took him and I slammed him into the side of the cooler, the little coolers that they had the food in, and slammed him inside that, and security was called, and at that point I snapped out of it, and I was like, "I just wanted some plums, officer." And so they carted me away, and like Thomas said, I was strapped up in a straitjacket for about 2 years,
And with a lifetime supply of plums, I hear. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Awkward. Cheers.
So, Thomas, one thing I missed when I was I missed when I was locked up was the sex.
Sex?
How are you and Lisa doing?
It's getting pretty nasty, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Last night, scratched so hard I was bleeding like a hemophiliac. Yeah, she was going nuts, just begging me for sex, and she was just like, "Ugh," you know. And so I stuck the prick. Is that what they call it now? Is that what they stuck the prick inside the button, the belly button, and she's like, "Oh, it feels so."
Thomas, what'd you say?
I stuck when we were having sex. You like my tie?
You stuck it where?
In the thing in her stomach where the baby comes out, and it's right. I mean, that's where you have sex, because that's what the...
Thomas, have you had sex before?
Yes.
Do you know the anatomy of a human being?
Yes, because you stick it in the... Yes. Do you believe me, viewers? I'm one horny, 85, 6-year-old man. For example, last night when I blew her up, right? I blew Lisa up and she was rather buxom.
Blowing up Lisa?
No, hold on. I was blowing up Lisa, and what
do you mean blowing up?
Jesus. Blow. Oh, that's right. You've never met Lisa. She's a fine broad. Got me this tie. Has the Mickey on it. And
Disney World, yeah.
she's blow. Okay, fine. So it's a blow-up doll, and I've never had real sex, but I like it in Lisa's belly button because it's hot and I like it.
A blow-up doll?
A blow-up doll, and it's better action than you'll ever
Oh,
get.
Thomas,
sir.
Thomas.
It's better action than it's better than.
You're like a damned 14-year-old horny teenager.
Well, it's better than dating someone named Homer. Cheers.